Nico Robin was initially an enemy of the Straw Hats. As an assassin working for Baroque work under the alias Miss All Sunday, hello and welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of the Infinite King Talks. I know we missed a week there for a second, so yeah, I'm not gonna be hell-bent on that one because I was working on the script of this one for a long-ass time. So, without further ado, where we talk about the archaeologist of the Straw Hat crew, Nico Robin. We're going to be tackling Robin's backstory, goals, abilities, and relationship with the Straw Hats. So if I miss anything about Nico Robin, please do let me know in the comment section below my content. I do lots of anime and gaming related content in this YouTube channel, so please do leave a like and subscribe and check out my content. Without further ado, let's start, shall we? Nico Robin first debuted as an enemy of the Straw Hats, formerly known as Miss All Sunday. She was a member of the Baroque Works, an underworld organization founded by the former warlord Sir Crocodile. Baroque Works handles mercenary jobs, assassination, and bounty hunting, and Robin worked at the very top as the secretary and partner of Crocodile, which later was revealed that due to Robin's being able to read the ancient forbidden texts inscribed within poneglyphs, Crocodile had to work close to her for the fruition of his plans, Project Utopia. He wanted to dominate Alabasta, to claim the poneglyphs that was contained within the country that tells the location of one of the ancient superweapons, Pluton. But Robin has her own moralities, despite being labeled as a devil child, and she did not want Crocodile to have the Pluton. Crocodile was power hungry. She knew that if she told him the location of the ancient weapon, it would be catastrophic, so she lied to Crocodile when telling him the contents of the poneglyphs in Alabasta. Then Crocodile, finding no use to Robin, Crocodile decided to kill Robin and crush him under the rubble of the very same kind of cave or basement that the poneglyph was in. So Robin resigned to her death and giving up on living, and then Luffy saved her and give her a chance to live her life and not to give up on her own dreams. Luffy, she also was like one of the many reason why Luffy kept going and going and going until he beat Crocodile, right? Like, the first time Luffy and Crocodile fought back in like that Casino City. Oh my goodness, I can't remember for the life. I can't remember that. After fact checking, I initially mentioned Albarna, but it is Rain Base. The first battle between Luffy and Crocodile is in Rain Base. Oh, I think right outside of Rain Base. Back when they first fought, Crocodile almost killed Luffy, but due to Nico Robin's interference, she essentially saved Luffy, and then again he then once again face Crocodile again, and then got defeated. That time Robin is kind of preoccupied to help her, help him, and the last moment was when Crocodile. The next time that she helped Luffy was during the final battle where Luffy was severely damaged by Crocodile's poisoned hook, which I wish more people would utilize a poison tip object. That's just an ingenious way of nuking someone. So I digress. Luffy was badly poisoned, Robin once again helped him by giving him the antidote for that poison. So overall, due to Robin continuously helping Luffy, of course, Luffy decides to save him. And not to mention, I think she also have a hand in saving the one servant of Vivi, right? I feel like, yeah, sure. She blew up the boat he was riding back in Whiskey Peak, but I don't think she initially started off wanting to kill that guy. She just make it look like she killed him, but in reality, that was just a ploy or a cover up. So Crocodile won't be able to notice, right? So that's just my own. She has a very moralistic approach, despite her continuously using dark humor. She is very much with a kind personality. So that's about the personality and like the countless amount of times Robin saves Luffy during the fight against Crocodile. And let's dig deeper on why Robin would join Crocodile if she did not intend to give him Pluton's location. You see, Robin grew up on an island in the South Blue called Ohara. The island was widely known as the Island of Scholars. Within its center is a giant tree of knowledge library, housing books predating from ancient civilization. Naturally, most of the residents in Ohara, not all, but most of the residents in Ohara were scholars studying the ancient civilizations. Robin being one of them. One of these ancient civilizations they were studying was particularly taboo in the eyes of the world government, the Void Century. So the world government decided to annihilate Ohara with a buster call. It's a bombardment of 10 battleships on an island for their crimes of studying the Void Century and labeled them heretics. With the help of Kuzan, a vice admiral of the Navy at the time, Robin escapes the destruction of her homeland, Ohara, with her being the sole survivor. The government issued a huge 79 million berry bounty on her head and dubbed her the Devil Child. She was hunted down by everyone and betrayed by every single pirate crew she ever joined. So it was natural for her to not trust anyone. But then Crocodile seeks her out, offering his protection in exchange. He wanted to have Pluton's location to claim Pluton. This offer interested Robin because, as a scholar of Ohara, she felt it fell on her to uncover the mysteries of the Void Century. But after many years in poneglyphs she has found was a dead end. She felt ultimately hopeless when the one poneglyph in Alabasta did not contain what she wanted. But then Luffy, once again, like I said, saved her. And of course, she having no place to go, she ultimately decided to join the Strat as well. So that's how Robin decided on joining the Strat despite not being invited. The only person in the Straw Hats that was not invited by Luffy, but she just wants to join the Straw Hats because she did not have any place to go. There you go. Robin wanted to be dead, but Luffy snapped her out and saved her back in Alabasta. From then on, she decided to join the Straw Hats, like I said, and decided to never give up with her dreams and goals until the Straw Hats went to Water 7, a very Robin-centric arc or saga, by the way, and she was captured by the government agent agency CP9. The Straw Hats save her, which led to her most gut-wrenching, and still I tear up every time I see clips and scenes of it online. The gut-wrenching scene, I want to live moment. That hit me right in the feels, knowing what's about to happen, knowing all of the backstory of Nico Robin. Like, this is why Robin is one of my favorite characters in One Piece. Robin's abilities are the abilities to decipher the poneglyphs. As previously mentioned, now that many, as previously mentioned, she can read the poneglyphs, but not many. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this script. Not many currently living in the One Piece, currently in the storyline of One Piece, can decipher this poneglyph, a skill needed to find One Piece, since the location of One Piece, a hidden island named Laughdale, is inscribed in the red poneglyphs. It's a very highly coveted skill if you want to become a king of the pirates. Yet there's only four individuals that have been confirmed to have the possibility or know how to decipher said poneglyphs. First one is Kozuki Sukiyaki, which is currently on Wano right now. And second, Charlotte Pudding, through the abilities of her third eye. Vegapunk, of course, and then Nico Robin. So it's a very highly coveted abilities if you do want to become the king of the pirates. Robin's combat abilities, she's a lot better than Nami in terms of close range combat. And since her time with the Revolutionary Army, she learned Fishman Karate with precise palm strike, which is a very deadly skill in combination with her devil fruit, knowing her devil fruit. And her devil fruit is the Hana Hana no Mi, that can sprout or make limbs and other body parts like flowers. Like, that is just a way to, like, Fishman Karate and her devil fruit is like a perfect combinations of skills right there. And she can also make clones of herself. Not really clone, because I don't think she can make multiple or a lot of clones, but she can in fact make just one clone of herself, make herself into a giant, and sprout wings out of limbs for temporary gliding capabilities. So quite the whatchamacallit. Another editor note to edit notes here that I forgot to mention when recording is the Demonio Fleur, because I never really know what Demonio Fleur is, but I just initially I thought it was just a combat ability, but turns out it's an awakened ability of the devil fruit of Nico Robin's devil fruit. So Demonio Fleur is where she summoned a giant horned winged demon to attack her enemy, Robin's enemy. So yeah, another kind of ability of Nico Robin's devil fruit, which makes sense in hindsight for her to have an awakened devil fruit, knowing that she is essentially received or eaten his devil fruit since childhood. Of course, she has enough time to master her devil fruit to the point where it's awakened. So that's probably something that I should have mentioned during recording, but nah, let's have an editor notes instead. Quite the versatile kind of devil fruit in the hands of Nico Robin. I'm not gonna be relying on a lot of the script that I've written. In fact, I don't have any script written for the relationship of one of the Straws, because I do want to, in my own comprehension and understanding, kind of talk about how she interacts with the Straws. Like with Luffy, for example, her relationship with Luffy is, of course, she respects Luffy to a great degree as a captain and as a nakama, and then of course She's very grateful for Luffy for saving her life back in Alabasta and in Annie's lobby as well. And then she also quite tolerate Luffy's insane kind of attitude, like the fact that she just goes along with Luffy's craziness at times. Like that for me makes them a great kind of pair to have in a freaking exploration kind of arc in One Piece. So that alone makes their chemistry dynamic quite real well. Like Luffy being this goofy, highly energetic character, while Robin is like this stoic, more serious, more of a thinker kind of character, being surprisingly being paired off really well. Like, just insane for me how their relationship quite just work well despite the difference in personality. And then next up is Zoro. Both Zoro and Robin has that stoic kind of personality. But then again, I haven't seen any interaction between Robin and Zoro quite as well, because again, they're both stoic characters. They do respect each other's strength and weaknesses as well. So probably just for them to much more interact and talk. And Robin does have a tremendous respect for Zoro's strength, so I haven't really seen them interact. And another thing is, when Robin initially joined the Straw Hat, Zoro was the one who's very critical and he's very apprehensive with her joining at first. But now that they know her a little better, now they trust each other. So for me, a little bit of a rocky start for Robin and Zoro's relationship, or how they interact at first, but it grows stronger as time went on. Another thing is Nami. Nami is also a little bit apprehensive at first as well, but soon enough, when Robin brought out the jewels from Crocodile's treasure that she brought with her, she easily won over Nami and welcomed her with open arms. That's how you win Nami, folks. Just bring her some treasure and some jewelry, and you can win Nami easily. And after Annie's lobby, her and Nami began their relationship as best friend, because they're the only female members of the crew. So they're more kind of sisterly band between them. But before Annie's lobby, Robin actually did not refer to Nami as her name. She only refers to Nami as her position of the crew, or navigator. So yes, but after Annie's lobby, she began to respect Nami and even hang out with Nami even more. So that's the third member of the crew that I talk about. The next one would be Sanji. Of course, Sanji is a little bit obvious how she would interact with Sanji, because Sanji is easily won over by her, because of course she's a beautiful woman. By the way, heads up if you didn't know, Robin is a very beautiful woman, and Sanji is one of those characters that she can easily sweet talk on liking. So yeah, Sanji, no surprise there, but she is thankful for her for giving her a lot of sweets, and also quite confused, just like how Vivi last episode of this series, she was also quite confused and even more concerned on how he treat women. So quite confused there, but regardless, she respect his strength. And I think one of the most prevalent moment of the Sanji Robin dynamic is when they fight the Maria. That was just, for me, Robin was flattered that Sanji would rely on her. That was very touching moment for Robin's part, but I did not like the fact that Sanji relied on a woman, despite the fact that he needs to protect the woman that's closer to him, not the other woman in the world. Just saying. Just saying. That I was touched by that by the Robin part of the character dynamic, but not on the Sanji part. Just saying. Just saying. So with that being said, let's go with Usopp. Because Usopp, she has a lot of interaction with Usopp. Especially, Robin is always the one, or Usopp is always the one being targeted on Robin's dark humor. Like, Usopp is always the target of Robin's dark humor. And it's just really kind of funny bit, comedic bit. Every time Usopp is terrified by any of Robin's dark humors, like, Robin, she loves her dark humor. Just a little bit of a funny bit. And then, of course, Usopp being one of the people that they need to retrieve during the Enies Lobby arc, that was also kind of connection there. Their interaction during the train going to Enies Lobby was one of the focal point of Enies Lobby. Just saying. The train ride was the main focal point, in my opinion, in the train ride to Enies Lobby was Usopp talking to Robin about believing on Luffy. Well, at that point, Usopp already left the Straw Hats because he did not feel like he can help Luffy achieve his dream of becoming the king of the pirates. That for me hit me deeper than any of the other scene in that train arc within Enies Lobby's arc. So yes, that's the interaction between Usopp and Robin. Next would be, did I talk about Chopper? I didn't talk about Chopper. I did not talk about Chopper. Oh my god, Chopper being one of the few members of the Straw Hats that actually likes to read books. He gets along real well with Chopper. It has a little bit of a big sister, little brother interaction with Tony Chopper. And then that cute scene, I think that was filler, where Chopper was inviting Robin to eat, and then Robin just wants to have a stopping point within the book she was reading, and Chopper replied, "If you read too much book, you'll become a bookworm." Like, kind of funny and adorable bit. Like, there's also that funny bit in Punk Hazard where, remember that moment where Law switched everyone up? Now Frankie is now in Chopper's body. Robin will like, "Frankie, just shut up while you're in Chopper's body. Please don't ruin his image for me. His image, please." Oh my god, that was adorable. I love the fact that they have like this dynamic of a mother or son, or big sister, little brother kind of dynamic. I love that. I am a sucker for that wholesome ara kind of, not ara, wholesome kind of moment dynamic there. So Chopper and Robin definitely love the wholesome mother and son kind of character dynamic there. Next up would be Frankie. Yeah, Frankie. Where do I begin? Because the relationship or the interaction first began in that train arc in Enies Lobby, actually. So that being said, Frankie initially thought that Robin was like this evil person that wants to use the super weapon for evil or malicious purposes. But as he get to know Robin more, he realized that her intention was not malicious whatsoever. She literally just want to learn what happened in the Void Century, and have no intention on awakening the ancient super weapons, Pluton. But as that arc goes on, he also started to believe on the strat that they can in fact rescue Robin as well. So like quite the indirect kind of way of slowly introducing this new character that will eventually join up with the Straw Hat crew, and then just keep on winning him over. Like eventually, Frankie, despite being stubborn, was able to accept the invitation of the Straw Hats, right? And Robin even have a hand in that, grabbing his family jewels and whatnot. So for me, the fact that their introduction and their character chemistry together is so closely related, and yet they are very the opposite of each other in terms of personality. Just their dynamic is also works as well. So yes, that's it for Frankie. Oh my god, we still have Jinbei and Brooke. And Brooke, did I recall any highlight on Brooke and Robin's interaction? Not really as much as because the last time that has closely of a highlight was during Thriller Bark when Brooke saved Robin and Frankie from that giant spider, right? That's the last time that I actually. There was that scene. I think it's a filler episode of where Brooke and Robin was talking on the deck, and how Brooke was feeling unworthy to join the crew because he didn't join up much sooner. He's like one of the recent member, and then Robin was like, I sympathize with you, bro, because she's also thought she was not worthy to journey and adventure with them for the longest time with the kind of history she has in the world already. She did not want to trouble them, the Straw Hats, with her own trouble as well, but she was gravely mistaken. The fact that Luffy welcomed her to the crew means they share that troubled past of them, and then to move forward together. So a little bit of sympathization, a little bit of connection in base of their background and their backstory, how they connect, and their previous feeling that they felt when initially being welcomed by Luffy. So that's probably the best I can word Brooke and Robin's kind of character dynamic. Next up is Jinbei. I think the final strat at the moment, the newer strat at the moment. I mean, Jinbei or Robin does have respect for Jinbei's strength overall, but knowing that they're both are the older members of the crew in terms of age, with the exception of Brooke, they do have a lot of character moments with each other that show off how much more mature they were. And then again, Robin is easily swayed by Luffy. Just saying, even if Robin is as mature as Jinbei, the fact that Robin is also easily swayed by Luffy means that's obviously pointless. That's honestly so pointless. So why even bother with that? But regardless, the fact that both of them can think on their own, like can think what the next move is, like very critical thinker, and the consequences of their action now is like if they make a move, it can impact the entire world because they are now Yonko. They're more mature thinking, like just showing that off, and they can work well with each other, knowing they have the same personality as an adult thinker. So that for me is great. Another great characterization overall. The Straw Hat really is a tightly knit family, despite the fact that obviously Luffy and Usopp like morally work together as a team because they're all age group and they play around more. And then Jinbei and Robin works well together because they are more adult. They're more like the adult thinkers of the group. overall, as a group, they're really just like family to me. So whatever it is, that's how I can describe Junbei and Robin's a relationship together. That would probably be it.